Very good morning to you, everyone. Welcome to the DS Senanaika College Cricket Grounds, and we are here for the MCA Division F T20-OVER League Tournament 2026 clash between Attire Private Limited versus HNB Assurance. It's a good day to play cricket, kind of a greenish ground, and it is a good conditions to bat, to bowl and to field. Let's look at the 6th MCA First Division F 20-over League Tournament standings. HNB Assurance lead in the points table with 4 points. And we have Attire Private Limited at 3rd place with 2 points with 1 match to go. So the toss was HNB Assurance won the toss, and they elected to bat first. And we have Menedo Silva opening the ball to Attire Private Limited, and Abhishek Jayavira and Dasun opening the batting for HNB Assurance. They have 5 fielders in the offside. They have a 3rd man fielder, point, covers, extra covers, a middle fielder. And there you go, Abhishek Jayavira flicks it, and he gets the first boundary of this game. A leg side delivery. A well-made shot by Abhishek Jayavira and went towards the boundary. Here we go, Abhishek Jayavira, left-hand bat, has played 31 games so far with 691 runs with a good average of 27.6. A promising batter coming from St. Joseph's College, Maradona. Back foot and sliced it through that vacant area, and he gets another boundary. Beautiful shot, stand and delivered by Abhishek Jayavira. 2 in a row. There you go. Short pitch delivery, and just a single movement, and he manages to get the ball passing the boundary line. Menedo Silva conceding 2 boundaries in a row. He needs to get his plan spot on. That's it. The beautiful ball, flicks it and gets a quick single. There you go, Dasun Abewardana, 34 matches, 880 runs with an average of 27.5, and he has scored 200s in his career so far. Brilliant ball. Goes for that cut shot but misses it, and it is given as a wide. First extra of the innings. Dasun looks like a power hitter. A batter with a good muscle. There you go. He cuts it straight into the fielder. He collects it. No run. Last ball of the over. Menedo Silva has already conceded 10 runs in his first over. The beautiful shot. This time, once again, it finds the fielder, so no run. End of the first over. HNB Assurance, 10 runs for no wicket.
Welcomes boys and girls under 13, 15 and 17. We go beyond the basics, teaching them leadership, public speaking and the importance of sportsmanship. The MCA Academy, nurturing champions, one game, one lesson at a time.
Ishara Lakshan opening the ball at the other end. Right arm fast bowler. Coming over the wicket to Abhishek Jayavira. Abhishek Jayavira, he had an amazing first over. And here we go. He drives it. That's fielder underneath it. And he collects it. What a catch. Run him behind. And he gets the danger man. Abhishek Jayavira departures for 9 runs. What a wicket. Important wicket for Attire Private Limited. A full length delivery. Abhishek Jayavira looking to hoist it above the mid-on fielder, but unfortunately the timing was not there and it went up and straight into the hands. A good catch, running backwards and collects it comfortably. There you go, Abhishek Jayavira walks towards the dressing room. He made a good start but could not execute his innings. Ishara Lakshan picks up a wicket in his first delivery itself. A very good start to his spell. Here we have the new batsman Lahiro Sitpriya, 18 matches at 679 runs. Lahiro Sitpriya facing his first delivery. A full toss delivery, drives it but straight into the extra cover fielder. Here we go. The previous wicket, Abhishek Jayavira lofted it, a lofted drive and a really good catch. Beautiful drive, straight into the field, goes for a run out. A good throw, a good fielding effort and a good throw. Attire Private Limited shows some great efforts in the field. Dasun, opener, is yet to get off his mark. A good length delivery, respects the bowler and pushes it straight towards the bowler's hand. No run. Ishara Lakshan, so far so good. Just 1 run off his over. 2 balls remaining and he picked up a wicket as well. There you go. Back foot and punches it. They were looking for that quick single but the non-striker rejected it and sends his partner back into his crease. Another great effort on the field. There you go. Still no run. A really good over by Ishara Lakshan. 1 run, 1 wicket. And HNB Assurance, 2 overs, 11 for 1. Minu Silva bowling his second over. First over went for 10 runs. Not the best of starts. But his partner, he managed to cover it up by grabbing up a wicket. Lahiru Priya. Really good ball. Wicket keeper has come up to the stumps. He needs to take the maximum advantage out of it. A wide length delivery. Lahiru Priya tried to cut the ball, but he misses it completely. There was an odd bounce as well. There you go. It is given as a wide. Minu Silva, he really needs to look after his line and length. Can't afford to give too many extras. That is a beautiful delivery. Bit of a swing. So the batter, he respected the bowler and he left it out. Beautiful shot. A power hit from Lahiru Priya. And it goes for a 4. First boundary of Lahiru Priya's innings. A brilliant shot. Look at that. A full length delivery. Hoisted it above the mid wicket fielder. And it goes for a boundary. Two power hitters on the crease. If they manage to bat for like 7-8 overs, surely HNB Assurance will be able to get into a good score. Drives it. Bit of a slower delivery. Had some variations. And the bowler collects it. Lahiru Priya 5 runs at the moment. 16 for 1. The projected score is 120. Pulls it inside edge. And it hit the stumps. There you go. Another wicket. The second wicket falls for HNB Assurance. And this time it is Lahiru Priya. He departures. He departures for 5 runs off 7 deliveries. For a moment, we thought that he was actually going to do some damage. But unfortunately, look at that. A short length delivery tries to pull it. A bottom edge and straight into the stumps. Lahiru Priya departures for 5. First wicket for Minu Silva. New batters in. Right-handed batsman. Marking his crease. Pasidu Patum. Into his stats, 37 games, 1,223 runs with an average of 39.4. A really good average and a really good strike rate of above 100. Pass it to Pato. He looks promising. There you go. Tried to go for that quick single, but his partner refused it. And there you go. End of the third over. HNB Assurance, 16 for 2 wickets. Attire Private Limited, they had done a bit of a damage, picking up 2 wickets of the first 3 overs. Ishara Lakshan is back into the attack after a brilliant first over. And the brilliant ball goes for that quick single, and Dasun collects it. He gets off the mark from a single. Gets his first run of the day. Ishara Lakshan, 20 matches, 16 wickets. But the performance he's making right now does not tally with his previous stats. And the beautiful delivery. Pushes it on the leg side and goes for the quick single. Pasidu Patum gets off the mark with a quick single. The beautiful delivery. Perfect in swinger. Missed the edge by the barest of margin. Ishara Lakshan. Look at that. Kind of an angle bowling style. I have similar action as the Indian fast bowler Jasprit Bumrah. There you go. Another just shoot pitch delivery. Straight onto the bat. Seems like both these batters, Dasun and Pasidu, they are looking for the big shot. But all they need to focus on the perfect timing. Just play late and get some runs. There you go. It misses it. The batter, Dasun, went for the big shot and completely misjudged it. And it missed the stumps as well. Another brilliant over. Look at that. It missed everything. It missed the edge. It missed the stump. Ishara Lakshan. Another brilliant over. HNB Assurance, 18 for 2, end of 4 overs. Mane Silva bowling his third over. Not the best of starts. Starts off with a wide delivery. Another poor delivery. Another wide by Mane Silva. They are giving away too many extras. There you go. A body delivery. A misfield, and they're looking for the double. And they collect 2 runs. Pass it to Patum. He gets 2 runs. Good run in between wicket by the 2 batters. There was an odd bounce there. It was a good length delivery. There was an uneven bounce, which made it difficult for the batter to execute a good shot. There you go. He was not expecting that, but somehow he managed to survive and save his wicket. There you go, flicks it. There's a short fine leg fielder. He awaits and collects the ball and throws it. Just the one run. There you go, powerful hit. Down the ground, and he gets a boundary over the bowler's head. And that's a 4. Dasun picks up his first boundary. There you go, powerful hit. Straight above the bowler's head. And the ball sails to the boundary top. Mini to Silva, bit of an expensive over. He's at 9 runs so far. There you go, another hit. Cuts it straight into the point fielder and gets a single. Another wide delivery. Beautiful ball this time. The batter completely got bamboozled by it. And that's the end of the 5th over. HNB Assurance, 29 runs for 2 wickets. And there will be a change in com box. Over to you, Yureshka.
In the heart of Colombo.
5 overs have gone. HNB Assurance won the toss and they've decided to bat first. At the end of the 5th over, there are 29 runs at the loss of 2 wickets. Meantime, a bowling change made by Attire Private Limited. A left-arm leg spinner comes into the attack. Adisha Pabasara. Straight away, right on the money. Started off with a very good line and length. Not giving any room to the batter. Too short, too wide. Got the treatment. Another boundary for powerful Dasun Hnb Singh. Cut powerfully by Dasun Hnb Ratna. Here comes Adisha Pabasara. Comes from wide of the crease. Try to go across the line. And that's the maximum from Dasun. It's a very powerful striker. Went for the slog sweep. And he middled it to perfection. Here's a replay. That's a pretty decent delivery actually. Nothing wrong with the delivery. Full credit should go to the batsman. He middled the ball to perfection. Here comes Adisha Pabasara. Call is for 2. And they're running hard. Brilliant running between the wicket from Dasun. The momentum has completely shifted from one end to the other in this over. 12 runs so far in this over. 2 more deliveries left. Look at that, very powerful running from both the batters. The intention was clear from the moment he got the bat on ball, and they lived up to that. The current run rate is 7.24. Here's the stats of Adisha Pabasara. He's a genuine wicket taker. A welcome dot delivery from Adisha Pabasara. He's a genuine wicket taker, so in the process he might go for a few runs and he can give you the prize. It comes from wide angle. The batter expected that to spin, but it went straight on. But that's the end of the 6th over. HNB Assurance 41 for 2.
In the heart of Colombo, where
HNB Assurance 41 for 2 at the end of the 6th over. Going at a rate of 6.83. It's a batting card so far. Abhishek Jayavira has departed for 9. Surprise wicket. Zasona Beratna and Pasindu Patum is in the middle. Doing the job for HNB Assurance. Is building the partnership. The 14 overs left is so much cricket to play. Both teams are undefeated so far. HNB Assurance played 2 games and they won 2 out of 2, and Attire Private Limited has played only 1 game and they went on to win that game. So 2 undefeated sides. So both of these teams are intended to win. Suresh Lakpriya, the new bowler. As Pasindu Patum is on strike. This is a very good call from the captain of Attire. 2 right-handers are in the middle. So they brought both of their left-arm spinners into the attack. It's a very good move. A kind of smart move, we can say, actually. Suresh Lakpriya, a senior man of the Attire Limited. And another boundary for HNB Assurance. Bowled a little bit quicker by Suresh Lakpriya. He got the outside edge. With the lightning fast outfield here at DS Senanayake College ground, it's very tough to stop that boundary. Look at that. The fielder gave everything, but the effort was in vain. It's a valiant effort. Another boundary for HNB Assurance. The score moves up to 45. A good comeback delivery, but a very good running between the wickets from HNB Assurance batters. Very good delivery from Suresh Lakpriya. Right on the money. It's not giving any room for the batter to free his arms. There's a big gap on the leg side. You can see deep square leg, deep mid wicket and long on all are in the boundary line. Hit straight to the bowler. It was too powerful from Dasunda Beratna. So the bowler was failed to stop that. But just a single. Not much damage done. So far 6 runs came off this over. 1 ball left. Pasindu Pathum 9 of 9. Scoring at a runner ball. Yes, Suresh Lakpriya. A very good delivery to finish the 7th over. HNB Assurance at the end of the 7th over, a 47 for 2.
In the heart of Colombo, where
Adisha Pabasara to continue. Even though he conceded 12 runs, it's a very smart move from Water delivery. That was superb from Adisha Pabasara. A dream left arm delivery. Angled in, pitched up and spun away. That was a chance, but couldn't grab it at the short third man area. Went on for a boundary. These are the chances that Attire Private Limited should take. The 50 comes up for HNB Assurance with that boundary. Here's a replay. This ball a little bit wide. Dasun Aberatna was drawn into that shot. That should have been taken. It's a hot and cold conditions out there. It's not easy even to stand in the ground, but the fielders need to support the bowlers to get those wickets. Because bowling out those 20 overs is not going to help Attire Private Limited to restrict HNB Assurance batters to a decent score. Another quick single. This is brilliant, smart cricket from HNB Assurance. Pasindu Pathum did the right thing. The striker, Dasun Aberatna, is going along nicely. Pasindu Pathum from the other end got the single and brought him back onto the strike. Very good shot down the ground and very good fielding at long on as well. Brilliant cricket all around. Another good delivery, another quick single. With that single, 8 runs came off that over. HNB Assurance at the end of the 8th, 55 for 2. Comes Suresh Lakpriya to continue. Brilliant shot from Pasindu Pathum. A beautiful inside out. It was angled in. He hit that with the spin. Look at that. Look at the extension of the forearm. Brilliant stroke. Brilliant inside out. Fielders has no chance. Comes Suresh Lakpriya. A smart batting from Pasindu Pathum. Got the boundary in the first delivery. And followed up by a single. And brought the striker Dasun Aberatna back onto the strike. Very smart passage of play from HNB Assurance. The partnership is building up. Now getting closer to 50. That was took off. Suresh Lakpriya is bowling a left arm round the wicket with a little bit of a slinging action. Comes release the ball wide off the stumps. Is angling in. Expect the ball to spin. Is hit down the ground for another single. 6 runs came off the over so far. 2 more deliveries left. Attire Private Limited is desperate for a wicket. A huge appeal from the wicket keeper. But the umpire was unmoved. For a moment he thought it hit the pad first, but umpire decided against that. Comes Suresh Lakpriya. A very good delivery. Tried to go for a quick single. Tried for that risky run, but the single was not on at the moment. 9 overs gone. A 61 for 2. HNB Assurance PLC.
In the heart of Colombo,
a change bowling from the other end. Nishant Kumar is brought back into the attack. So far 8 matches played, got 4 wickets. The economy is the higher side, close to 10 runs per over. A medium pace bowler. Started off with a wide. On the offside, there's deep third man, deep cover and long off on the boundary line. The offside is fully protected. The plan is to go for the offside. We tried to go for the catch and another boundary for Dasun Aberatna. It was hit on the up. There was no chance to go for the catch. At least the fielder could have gone to stop that boundary. They started off with 5 runs so far. This one ball has been bowled. Here comes Nishant Kumara. Kept a little bit low with the action. He delivers the ball. The projected score is 141 at the moment, but if these two batters can go along till 15th over, it can be more than that. We'll see. Here comes Nishant Kumara. Tried to go across the line. Tried to pull the ball, but the ball didn't bounce much as he expected. Two dot deliveries. So many gaps on the field. Again, a foolish delivery. Just another single for Dasun Aberatna. Smart batting. He tried to muscle the ball the previous couple of deliveries, but couldn't get the connection right. So this time he decided against it and go for the single and keep the scoreboard moving. Here comes Pasindu Pathum. He's on strike. Very good shot. Down to deep cover. Another single. And finish the over in a flourish. Another boundary for Dasun Aberatna. Here's a replay. Foolish delivery. Got the inside part of the bat, but has enough legs to go for that boundary. 10 overs done. We are the halfway mark. HNB Assurance PLC 72 for 2. So change in the com box. So Vituna Vijay Bandara will take on from here.
Here we go. 10 overs are done halfway through. HNB Assurance 72 for 2 wickets. The new bowlers in Harith Lakshan, 44 matches, 29 wickets. Off spinner, a short pitch delivery, bit of an odd bounce, and it goes straight to the third man fielder, collects a single. There you go, went for that powerful shot, but the connection was not there, hence just a single. Harith Lakshan. So another short pitch delivery, but the bounce was not there, so the batter could not execute it. Just a single. There was 2 runs, but the communication was not there. You have to take these singles. You are 75 runs, end of 10 overs, and there's 10 overs more. And in order to go for a score above 150, you need to take that singles. You need to take that chances. Another beautiful delivery, but the bowler is unfortunate. And it nicks and went past the third man fielder, and he collects a boundary. There you go. The wicket keeper could have grabbed it, but he did not. 40 runs for Dasun. Short pitch delivery, there you go, top edge, and he gets the wicket. A good catch, a good delivery, a really poor shot from the batter. Dasun, he went for the shot, but the connection was not there. Top edge, and went sailing over the wicket keeper towards the third man fielder, and he collects it. Look at that. Not sure what he was trying to do, but for sure it was a wicket. He departures for well played 40 runs. And there we go, drinks break as HNB Assurance 79 runs for 3 wickets, end of 10.5 overs.
At the Mercantile Cricket Association, passion for the game starts young. The MCA Academy welcomes boys and girls under 13, 15 and 17. We go beyond the basics, teaching them leadership, public speaking and the importance of sportsmanship. The MCA Academy, nurturing champions, one game, one lesson at a time. In the heart of Colombo.
We're back here after drinks break at this DS Sinanaga College grounds, and we have a Mercantile MCA Division F game between HNB Assurance and Attire Private Limited. New batter in Dulanjana Vijay Singh, 47 matches, 1041 runs with a highest score of 113. There you go, Dulanjana flicks it and gets off the mark straight away. And that's the end of the 11th over. HNB Assurance 79 runs for 3 wickets. Nishanta Kumara is the bowler bowling his second over. The first over went for 11 runs. Beautiful ball. That was a bit of a swing, and the batter tried to push it for a single, and he misses it completely. The key for the bowling side, Attire Private Limited, is dot balls. They need to maximize the number of dot balls they bowl, and they need to apply the pressure on the batting side so they can manage to keep them under a score where they could chase. There you go, cuts it straight towards the third man fielder. He collects it. Just a single. Pasidu Patum, the batter, unbeaten on 19 runs. Goes for the big shot, flicks it, and above the fielder, and it goes for a maximum. Huge, 6 runs from Pasidu Patum's bat. What a shot, stand and deliver. A straightforward delivery, and he whacks it. He whacks it over the mid-wicket fielder for a maximum. A really good execution, and he gets the job done. Stylish right-hand batter. A power hitter. He has that ability to push singles and also to hit above the boundary line. There you go once again, a big shot, top edge, fielder runs in, and he gets it. That is the wicket. A big wicket of Pasidu Patum. Pasidu Patum departures for 25 runs off 20 deliveries. What a wicket. He went for the same shot. Once again, the previous delivery he manages to hit it for a 6, but now here you go. A top edge. The execution was not there. The connection was not there. And the long off fielder running towards the ball and taking a good catch, a great grab. And that is the wicket of Pasidu Patum. He departures for 25 runs. HNB Assurance, 2 quick wickets. They are in a deep, deep trouble. Thus is Manchanayaka walks in. Left-handed batter, a promising player since his school days. He captained the Royal College First 11 cricket team in the year 2023, who went on to win the Battle of the Blues against St. Thomas's College. A remarkable player, 35 games, 967 runs. He a big match player who scored a century in his last big match and guided his school towards the victory. Thus is Manchanayaka, left-hand batter. Here we go. Flicks it into that vacant region. There is a deep mid-wicket fielder, collects it, and just a single. Thus is Manchanayaka straight away off to his mark. This could be a promising partnership. If not, HNB Assurance will be in a deep, deep trouble. They need to get at least 30-40 run partnership and it will be game on. Dulanjana. And that is a wide delivery. Not the best of liner lengths. Down the leg side. Brilliant wicket keeping by the wicket keeper. There you go. Pushes it for a single. 12 overs are completed. HNB Assurance, 90 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Harit Lakshan, the bowler, bowling his second over, off spinner. Flat delivery and he smashes it into the gap and he collects a boundary. Brilliant shot by Dulanjana. Powerful hit and he gets a well-deserved boundary. There you go. Well played boundary. Harit Lakshan. Flighter delivery, flicks it. 2 runs are there. Will they get it? No. Just the 1 run. While talking about cricket, we have the Sri Lanka versus England ODI series going on. 2 matches have been played. The series is 1-1. And the third and the deciding ODI will be played on Tuesday. The R. Premadasa Stadium. And later, we have the T20 World Cup played in Sri Lanka and India. And it is exciting as well. Drives it into the gap. Poor fielding. And they collect a single. Dasis Mancharayaka, bit of a slow start. But you know, players like Dasis Mancharayaka, they have that ability to charge and to accelerate midway through the innings. There you go. A beautiful delivery. It went the other way. Did not turn. A good variation by Harit Lakshan. And a dot ball. 96 runs off 12 overs. It's kind of a neutral game right now. It could go either ways. Another wonderful delivery. All he could do is push and go for that single. No room for a big shot. So this is a great battle between Harit Lakshan and both the batters, Dasis Mancharayaka and Dulanjana. Because he is not letting the batters to go for that big shot. Instead, what they had to do is settle in for a single or maybe a double. This is good bowling, good death bowling. Dasis Mancharayaka flicks it. He has a better understanding of the game. He knows where the fielders are. So he just pushes for the single and he rotates the strike, which is a really good sign, especially when it comes to partnership building. Thank you. "13 overs completed. HNB Assurance 98 for 4. And there we go, the batting card so far. Dasu Nabewardana got off to a great start, 40 runs. And Pasidu Pathum, 25 runs. But unfortunately, both of them could not finish their innings. But Dulanjana Vijayasinghe and Dasis Mancharayaka, along with his captain, is looking to rebuild their innings once again. Suresh Lakpriya is the new bowler. Has already bowled 2 overs, 12 runs. Not the bad, not the worst of economy rates. Left arm bowler. Dasis Mancharayaka goes for the ram shot and he plays it. Brilliant placement and he collects a boundary. Brilliant batting by Dasis Mancharayaka. He was aware of the field setting. He knew where the fielders were. He knew where the gaps are. And he gets the job done. Look at that. Takes the full toss. And a brilliant shot. Dasis Mancharayaka. Here we go. Another beautiful sweep. See, there's fielders underneath it. And he gets the catch. That is the big wicket. Dasis Mancharayaka. He departures. Loss of patience. He went for the same shot. He was waiting for runs. But at the end of the day, it was a negative sign for him. Look at that. Went for that slog sweep. There was a fielder at long on and a really good catch. Dive in front and collects it. Thus is Manchanayaga departures for 7 runs. Not the innings that, surely not the innings HNB Assurance expected from him. Suresh Lakpriya gets his first wicket of the match, and it is a big fish. There you go, new batters in Tariq. Pushes it away and goes for a single. Suresh Lakpriya. Beautiful delivery. This is turning out to be a really good over. Dulanjana, a set batter, I would say. 9 runs off 9 deliveries. He needs to take on the charge. There you go. Flicks it. Right on the mark. Gets a single. And that is the end of the 14th over. HNB Assurance 104 for the loss of 5 wickets.
In the heart of Colombo.
Start of the 15th over. Adisha Pabasara to bowl his 3rd over. Left arm spinner, flighted delivery. And it is given as a no ball. He has overstepped. And it will be a free hit. You cannot afford to do these kinds of mistakes, especially this part of the game when you have the control. Goes for the big shot, a full toss delivery and dispatches it for a boundary. Dulanjana gets a boundary off the free hit delivery. Full toss delivery, a really bad delivery, pulls it towards his square leg region and he gets a boundary. There we go, the no ball. Stepped away from the popping crease. There you go. Back foot punch straight into the sweeper cover region and he collects another single. Tariq Nazar. Drives it for a single. Beautiful delivery. Front foot punch towards the long off region and collects a single. Two balls remaining in this over. Bowling! A brilliant ball, peach of a delivery. A Yorker length delivery. And he hits straight into the stumps. And he sends the off stump flying. That is the wicket of Tariq. He departures for 2 runs. Adisha Pabasara gets the breakthrough. There you go. A straightforward delivery. The batter completely missed it. And hence he walks towards the pavilion. Tariq Nazar departures for 2 runs. HNB Assurance, they had a really good start, but now they are falling apart. Not a best sign for them. They are 112 runs, but the issue is the lack of wickets. They only have 4 wickets, and their top order is already sitting down in the dressing room. And now they have to deal with their lower middle order and the low order. New batter in. Dulanjana could be the last hope for HNB Assurance. Him staying until the very last delivery of this innings could gain some advantage for the batting side. There you go, Isuru Sampath, 21 matches, 219 runs. But let's see what he could do. Flicks it. And he collects a single. That is the end of the 15th over. HNB Assurance 113 for the loss of 6 wickets. And there will be a change in the com box. Over to you, Yureshka.
In the heart of Colombo, where
the last 5 overs of the inning. Try to sneak through for another single, but the fielder was quick enough to cut that off. 15 overs gone. 113 for 6. At the end of the 10th over, HNB Assurance were in a strong position. A little bit of a hesitation on that occasion as well. Whether to go for that single or not. Duranjana Vijayasinghe, the skipper. He's a sound batter at the moment on the crease, but Isuru Sampath needs to get him back on strike. Suresh Lakpriya into his last over. So far, he has bowled brilliantly. Just 3 deliveries to go to complete his spell. Just considered 18 runs and got 1 wicket. 3 dot deliveries back to back. Made it 4. The pressure is mounting up on Isuru Sampath. A shorter delivery down the leg side. Got the bottom edge and went past short fine leg for another boundary. Welcome boundary for HNB Assurance PLC. Look at that. So way leg side-ish. Easy pickings for the batter. Try to overcompensate by Suresh Lakpriya. 2 straight. Tried to work the ball into the leg side. There's no fielder on mid wicket, so it's a huge vacant area. With that, the 16th over is completed. HNB Assurance 118 for 6.
In the heart of Colombo,
Sonal Pereira was introduced. A new bowler. He played just one match. Four more overs to go. 24 deliveries. And that's what HNB Assurance required to bring Dulanjana Vijay Singha back onto the strike. He was out of strike for quite a few times now. 16 or 15. The sound batter on the crease for HNB Assurance PLC. The current run rate is 7.36. If they go along with that rate, they will easily get to 140. A wide delivery. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and a long on in place for the off spinner. Six. That's a maximum from the skipper Dulanjana Vijay Singha. Short and asked to be punished. Here's the replay. That was too short from Sonal. Went flat and straight to the Sporty.lk board. The score moved up to 126. Can they get to 160? That's a question mark. If Dulanjana Vijay Singha can bat till the 20th over, definitely they can get to 160. 160 would be ideal. With a lightning fast outfield and oh my goodness. Dulanjana Vijay Singha, what have you done? The commentators curse. But so many good things about the batter and how capable he is. He tried to go against everything. The skipper Dulanjana Vijay Singha departs for 22 of 17. HNB Assurance PLC 126 for 7. Seven down, HNB Assurance PLC. A quick single. If the fielder could grab it cleanly at the first time, could have been another run out. It's all happening here at DSNI College grounds. The game has swung both ways. As we mentioned, at the end of the 10th over, HNB Assurance was in a strong position, but all of a sudden, Attire Private Limited has came back strongly. So far, from the 10th over, they picked up 5 wickets by just conceding 55 runs. A very good shot. 2 runs added to the tally. Could have been a run out at the striker's end if the wicketkeeper could grab it cleanly. Tried to go for the reverse sweep, but couldn't connect the ball. Just a single. And that's the end of the 17th over. HNB Assurance is 130 for 7. We are into the 18th over. 3 more overs to go. HNB Assurance PLC 3 wickets in hand. They are eyeing on 160. Minidhu Silva is brought back into the attack to finish his spell. The opening bowler for Attire Private Limited. For 3 overs, 26 runs conceded. Got 1 wicket. We started off with a dot. A good start from Minidhu Silva. Not giving any room for the batter to free his arms. He's a strong lad. He's trying to swing his arms. Another good delivery. Right onto the block hole. Just a single. Both square leg and fine leg is up inside the circle. So the bowler cannot go too leg side-ish. It's a big gap behind them. Again for the right hand as well. Fine leg is coming up inside the circle. Sangeet is a new batter. Another single. Attire Private Limited is not going to be bothered by these singles. They're happy to give away the single actually. If they go without conceding a boundary, they definitely will be able to restrict HNB Assurance PLC below 160, maybe even 150. Another dot delivery. This is a very good over from Minidhu Silva. Just 2 runs conceded. Just 2 more deliveries yet to come. Another single for Isuru Sampath. Smart batting from Sangeet. There's no room to hit a big shot. Got the single. 4 runs came off that over, and that's the end of the spell of Minidhu Silva. 4 overs, 30 for 1. At the end of the 18th, HNB Assurance PLC 134 for 7.
In the heart of Colombo, where
Adisha Pabasara into his last over, the left arm leg spinner. Two right-handers at the middle. So in the 19th over, it's a smart decision from Attire Private Limited skipper to bring a genuine wicket taker, the left arm spinner, back into the attack. Short fine leg is in place. Very good fielding. Very good fielding. A deep square leg. Was struck powerfully by Isuru Sampath. It was not easy to stop these kind of boundaries. Look at that. Look at the commitment. Brilliant fielding. Full credit to the fielder. Saved 2 runs for his team. A loosener from Adisha Pabasara. Very well connected by Isuru Sampath and picked the gap. A welcome bound for HNB Assurance. Bowled very slow by Adisha Pabasara. Had hidden that to perfection, Isuru Sampath. A brilliant stroke. 7 of 3 so far in this over. A very good one for HNB Assurance. Another boundary. He was toying with the field at the moment, Isuru Sampath. With the previous ball, the fielder, deep mid-wicket fielder, was moved towards the deep square leg. So in the very next delivery, Isuru Sampath just hit that in front of the deep mid-wicket fielder. A good presence of mind from Isuru Sampath. Brilliant batting. HNB Assurance 145 for 7. A good shot over point fielder. Picked the spot nicely. 3 boundaries in a row. This is a very productive one for HNB Assurance. Look at that. It was fired up. The batter went towards the leg stump. Make room for himself. And swung his arms. And another boundary. Brilliant over. This is for HNB Assurance. Just 1 run away from 150. Isuru Sampath is playing a gem of an inning here. It's a full toss. Try to go for that shot too early. With that single, the 150 comes up for HNB Assurance PLC. At the end of the 19th, HNB Assurance PLC 150 for 7. We are in the last over. Ishara Lakshan is back into the attack to bowl the last over to close things up for Attire Private Limited. So far he has bowled 2 overs. There's 1 wicket for 3 runs. A brilliant spell from Ishara Lakshan. into his last over. He's bowling more like Jasprit Bumrah. Another boundary. The chances are big for Attire Private Limited. Look at that. Isuru Sampath has went after it. They need to take those chances. Attire Private Limited. The fielding was not up to the standard throughout the inning for Attire Private Limited. That also helped HNB Assurance to get to the total. A slowish delivery. It got a single. Very good running between the wickets by the two batters. The score moves up to 155. 3 more deliveries to go. Can they get to 160? A wideish delivery. Tried to bowl a slow delivery again, but couldn't get the line right. A wide delivery. The run rate is exactly 8. It's 4 runs away from the cut-off mark, 160. A dot delivery. A very good one from Ishara Lakshan. The batter just went for that big shot. I'm actually confused here. Why Ishara Lakshan has not bowled 4 overs. Is bowling that well. That's a boundary. A loosener from Ishara Lakshan. Too much down the leg side. With fine leg up inside the circle. Easy pickings for the batter. Welcome boundary for HNB Assurance PLC. Look at the replay. Slowish delivery. With both square leg and fine leg up. That was a real loosener. Here's the last delivery of the inning. Again a wide delivery. There's one more delivery left. "11 runs came off this over. It's a productive one for HNB Assurance. Here comes the last delivery. Two runs added to the tally in the last delivery. And that concludes the inning of HNB Assurance. They got to 163. A very good total. With the flurry of wicket, HNB Assurance could have ended up less than 160, but the effort from Isuru Sampath and Sangeet at the back end got HNB Assurance past 160. A brilliant effort from HNB Assurance after winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Here's the batting performance of HNB Assurance PLC. Abhishek Jaivir at the top, scored 9, and Dasu Nabevardhan, look at that. He sets the tone with the 40 runs. Pasindu Pathum, Dulanjana Vijayasinghe got themselves a real good start, 25 and 22, and couldn't continue for a big one. And at the back end, Isuru Sampath, 31 of 22, and Sangeet Piris, 10 of 7, and got them past 160 with the help of 12 extras at the end of their 20 overs. It's a bowling performance of Attire Private Limited. They used 7 bowlers, and each of those 7 overs picked up 1 wicket each. In the fall-off wicket, the first wicket went at 10, the second one at 16, third one with 63 run partnership at 79, then a couple of wickets went on regular intervals, 4 at 87, 5th at 102 and 6th at 102, and the 7th at 126. The partnership of 37 runs between Suru Sampath and Sangeet Piris got them past 163. And here are the highlights of the inning. It started off with a boundary, Abhishek Jayveera, and crisp back foot drive through the covers. Here's the first wicket of the day. Abhishek Jayveera. We saw some brilliant stroke making from. Here's the second wicket. Up until the 10th over, we saw some brilliant power hitting from Dasun Nabewardena and Pasuni Pathum. Big shots were all around the ground. This is from Dasun Nabewardena's bat. And deft touches from Pasuni Pathum. Again, the drop chances. These are the chances could have taken from Attire fielders. Brilliant shots played by Dasun Nabewardena. We saw a flurry of boundaries in the first 10 overs. This is a prize wicket of Dasun Nabewardena. We saw some very good catching from Attire. Here's the skipper, Dulanjana Vijayasinghe joins the party, and Dasis Panchanayaka played a small cameo as well. Yes, the unnecessary stroke made by Dasis Panchanayaka. Here are some power strokes and a wicket. Here's the start of Suru Sampath, the finisher, who got them past 160. There's a 6 hit by Dulanjana Vijayasinghe, and very next ball, he gave away his wicket. There's a flurry of boundaries we saw in the 19th over by Suru Sampath. Toyed with the fielders. There's again the Suru Sampath. The power hitting, the display we saw throughout in the latter part of the inning. And the last boundary of the inning, and that concludes HNB Assurance inning. Attire Private Limited need 164 runs to win from 120 deliveries. They need to go at a run rate of 8.2 runs per over. So we go for a short break, and we'll be back with the run chase of Attire Private Limited.
At the Mercantile Cricket Association, passion for the game starts young. The MCA Academy welcomes boys and girls under 13, 15 and 17. We go beyond the basics, teaching them leadership, public speaking and the importance of sportsmanship. The MCA Academy, nurturing champions, one game, one lesson at a time. In the heart of Colombo,
we've got something. Serving fresh coffee, tea, bubble tea, gourmet burgers and so much more. From 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day.
in the heart of Colombo, where
serving fresh coffee, tea, bubble tea, gourmet burgers and so much more. From 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. Stop by for breakfast or wind down after work. Bring your friends and family over. We're always here. On the right wing of the MCA Pavilion, welcome to the MCA Coffee Lounge.
In the heart of Colombo,
We've got something new for you. Tea, bubble tea, gourmet burgers and so much more. From 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day.
A very good morning to you. The time is 11:30 and we are back at the DS Hnb College ground for a second innings of this MCA Division F T20 League tournament clash between HNB Assurance and Attire Private Limited. The first innings is being played. HNB Assurance scored 163 runs for their 20 overs, and now Attire Private Limited will be chasing 164 runs from their 20 overs. It is still a beautiful atmosphere for a good cricketing encounter. We can see the energy inside the field and energy outside the field. The spectators are here, the supporters are here. They are here to cheer their players and they are here to get this victory. Talking about the score that they need to chase, 164 runs is sort of an average score in these conditions. This is a ground which travels really good. So 164 runs could be tricky, it could not. It depends on these bowlers and especially it depends on the fielding efforts of the fielding sides. For the batters, all they have to do is they have to wait until the very end ball of this innings so that they could get. No need to be hurried, no need to rush in. Just go with some small partnerships and then make an impact. HNB Assurance will be starting off this innings with a left arm spinner, going with a different approach, looking to get the ball straight and confuse the batters. Let's see, there you go, ball number one, flighted delivery. The right arm batter slapped it and he completely missed it. Start off with the dot delivery. Tariq Nazar is the bowler, and Sonal Pereira and Minidu will be opening for Attire PLC. Flighted delivery goes for that slog sweep. It goes above the fielder and a maximum. What a shot. What a way to start off this innings. He gets a 6. Sonal Pereira, beautiful slog sweep above the fielder. Here we go. Flighted delivery and boom, smashes it. It had the technique. It had the execution, and there you go, the end result. It is a 6 runs. Sonal Pereira talking about this man, 5 matches, 90 runs, average of 18. But let me tell you something, the shot he played right now does not match up with his stats. He is a really good player. Tariq Nazir. The flighted delivery goes for the shot. Mid-on fielder collects it comfortably, no run. Tariq Nazir changed the pace of his delivery. And I think it is a good decision on his end. Sonal Pereira looking for an explosive approach. There you go. And that is taken. And it is given. He steps up. He went for that big shot. Completely misses it. Wicket keeper, great grab. And he breaks the stump. And that is a brilliant stumping. And that is the first wicket of Attire Private Limited. The big batsman, Sonal Pereira. He departures for 6 runs. There you go. There is a bit of a doubt. A 50-50 decision. But the umpire's decision stands. And it is given as a wicket. Sonal Pereira departures for 6 runs. We can see the excitement from the crowds. They are cheering. They are applauding their players. And I'm pretty sure this will go on till the end of the game. The new batter is in Kavidu Kularatne. 40 matches, 943 runs with a good average of 20. Batting at number 3. Let's see how important was that decision at the end of this game. Kavidu Kularatne. Tariq Nazir bowling his 5th delivery of this over. He has already picked up a wicket and conceded a 6 runs as well. Let's see how will he be able to end his first over. There you go, flighted delivery. A beautiful delivery. It spun a bit and it went away from the batter. Here we go, the last wicket. A flighted delivery. Steps up. The wicket keeper, great grab. And he breaks it. It is a tough call. Given as a wicket. That is the end of the first over. Attire Private Limited, 6 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. There you go. Das is Manchanayaka, another left arm spinner, is into the attack. Brilliant all-rounder, Das is Manchanayaka. As a batter, he could not meet up to his expectations, but let's see. With the ball, he will be able to get the job done. Minidu facing his first delivery of the game. Das is Manchanayaka, 30 games, 25 wickets. There we go, flighted delivery. Cuts it. Straight into the fielder, no run. The line and length is concerning at this point. You cannot afford to give room to the batter so that he could slap it anywhere he can. Flighted delivery. Straight into the bowler. A good return stop by Dasis Manchanayaka. There you go. He slaps it into the vacant area. What a shot, and he gets that boundary. Minidu Silva gets his first boundary. Beautiful shot, a beautiful cut shot. There you go, this time He sweeps it and straight into the mid-wicket fielder. 1 run. Minidu Silva looks really good. What he needs is a support from the other end. So Kavidu Kularatne, he needs to support. Protect his wicket and rotate the strike is the best option. Kavidu Kularatne drives it straight into Dasis Manchanayaka. No run. There you go. Flicks it. It's in the gap. Calls for the 2. But just a 1 run. End of the second over. Attire Private Limited 12 runs for 1 wicket.
In the heart of
Tariq Nazir bowling his second over. Back foot delivery. Cuts it straight into the extra cover fielder. No run. Compared to the start that HNB Assurance had, this is kind of a slow start. Tariq Nazir, 60 matches and 90 wickets. Impressive bowling from him. There you go, flighted delivery, cuts it and he misses it. Just past the outside edge. Straight into the keeper's hand. Flighted delivery. Brilliant fielding. Brilliant fielding by Dulanjana. He did it with the bat and right now he's doing on the field. Great all-round effort by him. Tariq. There you go, nicks it. And it goes past the third man fielder. And he gets a boundary. A much needed boundary for Attire Private Limited. 3 dot balls and then he finally gets a boundary. Brilliant shot pass in the third man fielder. And he gets a boundary. The short pitch delivery pulls it. There is protection and he collects it. Just the 1 run. Minidu Silva facing the last ball of this over. Tariq, so far so good. Flighted delivery, whoa! And it missed everything. It missed the batter, it missed the stumps and it missed the wicket keeper. And a brilliant effort from the third man fielder, collects the ball and is given as byes. And that is the end of the third over. Attire Private Limited 19 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. $145 runs needed from 102 deliveries. Pasidu Patum will be the new bowler for HNB Assurance. And this will be the first over bowled by a fast bowler for HNB Assurance. 35 matches and 43 wickets. Impressive stats from Pasidu Patum. He managed to do a comfortable job with the bat. Let's see what will he do with the ball. Right arm fast bowler. There is pace and beautifully batted. And changes the rotation, rotates the side for a single. Talking about Pasidu Patum, a bowler with a good height which he will be able to bounce the ball and he will be able to do some damage. Pass it to Patum. Another beautiful delivery, drives it and it sets to the fielder. What a catch, what a ball. That is the departure of Minidu Silva. He gets out for 5 runs. What a wicket. A beautiful ball. The shot selection was good, but not the execution. He should have gone it above the fielder, but unfortunately the timing was not there. Look at that. The connection and the timing was not there. A good jumping catch by the fielder. That is the second wicket of Attire Private Limited. Both the openers are done with the innings. They are back in the pavilion, which is a negative sign for Attire Private Limited. Right now there are 20 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Deep trouble. New batters in. Taridu needs to build up a good partnership. Taridu and Kavidu. Just as I mentioned, Pasidu Patum, he did that damage. He got that wicket, brilliant breakthrough. Taridu Shehan, 29 matches, 539 runs with a good strike rate of 111.83. Let's see what he will be able to do. Pass it to Patum, runs in. Brilliant ball, drives it straight into the fielder's hand. And there's a fumble and they collects a single. Here we go, the last wicket. Drives it straight into the hands. He had to make some effort and he collects it comfortably. Pasidu Patum looks promising with the ball. The beautiful delivery inside edge. Bounced and straight into the keeper's hand. Beautiful ball, flicks it and he misses it. It is given as a wide. 3 runs for Attire Private Limited. Extras are definitely a must not when you are defending a tight score. Beautifully ball and beautifully played, soft hands, and it is a brilliant throw, a direct hit, and it is not out. The play was good and he went for that run, but the non-strike had different plans. He rejected it, and there you go. Brilliant fielding, straight away, and he's just in by the barest of margin. Pasidu Patum, last ball of his over. Brilliant ball. What a way to end this over. Just the 3 runs. And that's it. 4 overs are done. Attire Private Limited 22 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
In the heart of
Dulanjana will be the new bowler for HNB Assurance. A spinner And Tadidushan will be facing an off spinner Dulanjana. Flighted delivery. Left it. Good way to start off his spell. There you go, another beautiful delivery. Pitch of a delivery. No run. Great bowling by Dulanjana. Dulanjana Vijay Singh, 49 matches, 50 wickets. Good tally. Here we go. Flighted delivery, it spun away from the batter. The batter went to the wrong side. He went for a slog sweep. The ball is spinning away from him. Could not read it. Hence, no run. There you go once again. Same shot and the same result. Tadidushan, he's panicking a bit too much. He needs to realize that there are more overs. So just calm down and go for that single. Try to minimize the dot ball. There you go once again. And it has a nick. This time, third time luck. There is no third time luck. And he gets a wicket. Dulanjana picks up Tadidushan. What a wicket. It was the same ball in all three deliveries, and it was the same shot in all three deliveries, and the third time he gets the nick. A feint edge and a good grab by the wicket keeper. Third wicket falls for Attire Private Limited. They are in deep trouble. Dulanjana Vijay Singh is the wicket take and a great catch by Sangeet Piris. Tadidushan departures for one. Dinuka Darshana is the new batter, 38 minus 788 runs. Right hand bat. Dulanjana Vijay Singh bowling the last ball of his over. Go. He gets a single. That is a brilliant over by Dulanjana. Just one run and a wicket. Attire Private Limited, end of 5 overs, 23 runs for 3 wickets, and there will be a change in the com box. Over to you, Yureshka.
It's a brilliant start with the ball for HNB Assurance PLC. 5 overs have been bowled, 23 for 3. Attire Private Limited. Just look at the required run rate is 9.4. Just a couple of good overs away from making that 10 runs per over. Here's Milind Sanjay Fernando. Look at the statistics. The numbers tells you the story. 41 matches, 80 wickets. The wrist spinner is a genuine wicket taker. Started off with a looser. So wider one. Nearly a run out there. Sometimes we say never run for the misfield. This is Milind Sanjay. Started off with a short, wide outside the off stump. A wrist spinner is always a wicket taking option. It's a treasure for any team in this format. Yes, Milind Sanjay. A flighted delivery. There's another good delivery. There was a little hint of spin from Milind Sanjay. There's no damage done. You can see the ring of fielders, the offsides. Short third man, backward point, cover point, covers and extra covers. Look at that. There's no run at all. The only option to get runs on the offside is to go for a big shot. Look at that. 5 fielders around the batter on the offside. Milind Sanjay is spinning the ball away from the right-hander. Ball down the wrong line. That was too straight. Here's a replay. That was too straight from Milind Sanjay. Tried to overcompensate on that occasion. Easy pickings for the batter. A welcome boundary for Attire Private Limited. A very good comeback delivery, and that's the end of the 6th. Attire Private Limited 28 for 3.
In the heart of Colombo,
as Dasis Panchanayak was brought back into the attack again. The 2 right-handers are in the middle. Wrist spinner from the other end and the left arm leg spinner from this end. Dasis Panchanayak, the boy who was loved by Royal College. Could have been a chance. Short, wide outside the off stump. Cuts that one. That was no chance for the fielder. Very good effort from the fielder, by the way. Sensible batting on that occasion from Dinuka. A boundary followed by a single. Smart batting. Keep the scoreboard moving. Attire Private Limited is desperately need a partnership to get back into the game. A very good start for this over so far. The dot ball from Dasis Panchanayak. Every single dot ball here onwards keep the required run rate going up. Again, very good delivery. That was too close to cut. Dasis Panchanayak is a very good comeback after conceding 5 runs of his first 2 deliveries. 131 required of 80 balls. The required run rate is almost 10 at the moment. It keeps mounting up. Here comes Dasis Panchanayak, the last delivery of the over. The batter has no answers for that. 4 straight dot deliveries to finish the 7th. Attire Private Limited 33 for 3 at the end of 7. Milind Sanjay, the wrist spinner, to continue. Foolish delivery, driven down the ground. A single down to long off. Attire Private Limited should make a move from here. At least someone need to find that odd boundary. The dot balls keep coming for HNB Assurance. Attire Private Limited cannot let that happen continuously. They need to find boundaries. They need to keep the scoreboard moving. They need to find runs. The required run rate keeps going up. This is not a tough venue to chase down targets. It's a lightning fast outfield here at DSA Nanaka College grounds. The hot and humid conditions. The batters need to be smart, be sensible enough, put the ball into gaps and find the boundaries. 160 is very gettable on this ground. Meantime, a sweat for another single down to deep square leg. Milind Sanjay, a genuine wicket taker. Another single down to deep cover. Singles keep coming, but singles are not going to help for Attire Private Limited. They need to find boundaries. At least one for an over. To keep the scoreboard moving and keep the required run rate manageable. Let's look for two. We'll get that easily. 6 runs off that over. A decent one. At the end of the 8th, Attire Private Limited 39 for 3.
In the heart of Colombo, where dreams are...
Another 125 runs required to win this game against HNB Assurance for Attire Private Limited. The skipper Dulanjana Vijayasinghe is back into the attack. Ball 1 over. It's 1 wicket for 1 run. The skipper leading from the front. Another single down to deep cover. Dulanjana Vijayasinghe, a proud old boy of Wesley College. Brilliant fielding down at deep mid-wicket. Had quite a lot of ground to cover. Not easy to field in that particular area, but he did really well. Here comes Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. So far 5 runs scored in this over. That was fun, sharply. It's a big appeal from the bowler, but umpire decided against it. Umpire says he's going up. He's going above the stumps. A good decision. Here's a replay. Look at that. Was spun sharply. Yes, it was a correct decision. Very good decision from the umpire. Seven runs came off that over. 9 overs gone. 46 for 3. Attire Private Limited. The required run rate is 10.73. Another 118 runs. Required of 66 runs. Changing ends for Dasis Manchanayaka. The boy who led Royal College to win Battle of the Blues in 2023. A single to start off the over. Here comes Dasis Panchanayaka. Very good delivery, right on the money. Is ball, try to bowl wicket to wicket. Dasis Panchanayaka. Just another single. Call was a 2. But the non-striker was decided against that. The required run rate went past 11. There's a lot of effort required from Attire batters to get to the target. They need to find at least one boundary for the over. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it's coming. Here comes Dasis Panchanayaka. 3 runs conceded so far. A brilliant bit of bowling from Dasis Panchanayaka. Right into the block hole. There's no room to free his arms. Just another single. Singles are not going to help Attire PLC. Beg your pardon, Attire Private Limited is the last delivery of the over. It's a premeditated. Tried to go for the sweep, but the ball was not there. Just a single to finish the over. 10 gone. Attire Private Limited, 51 for 3. And another 113 runs required of 60 deliveries.
In the heart of Colombo.
Here we go. Midway through this innings, Attire Private Limited 51 runs for 3 wickets. Dulanjali Jaisingh sweeps it. There is protection. And he gets a single. Beautiful. Goes for that reverse sweep. And it goes in the boundary. That is a 4. Much needed boundary from Khalid Kularatne. A brilliant shot. An unorthodox reverse sweep. Reverse slap. And he gets a boundary. Dulanjana Vijay Kohn. A beautiful delivery. Spun a bit. Wicketkeeper misses it. And it goes. And it is a brilliant effort. Saves the boundary, but it is given as a wide. Two runs and a wide. Go flighted delivery once again. Outside edge. This will go for a boundary. A much needed boundary by Kavidu Kularatne. He is on the charge. This could be the turning point of the game. Kavidu Kularatne, there we go. Outside edge, a flighted delivery and outside edge and go straight into the boundary line. A flighted delivery. Straight out of the back foot. Flicks it. And he collects a single. At this point, 64 for 3 wickets. 10.4 overs. 100 runs needed from 56 balls. Bit of a difficult job. But let's see what will he be able to do. There you go. Pulls it into the gap. And he collects another boundary. Brilliant shot. Dinuka, he's on the charge and he gets another boundary. There you go. A short pitch delivery, smashes it into the square region and there's no one to grab it and it goes for a 4. The charge is on, the run chase is on. Will this be the moment for the Attire Private Limited? There you go, another beautiful shot, just a single. This is perfect batting by Dinuka and Kavidu. He gets the ball, smashes the loose on delivery, and then rotates the strike. Brilliant batting overall. 69 runs for 3 wickets, end of 11 overs. "95 runs required from 54 balls. But the last 2 overs was impressive for the Attire Private Limited. And here we go. Thus is Manchanayake bowling his final over of his spell. So far, 16 runs off 3 overs. Goes front and flicks it and gets a single. They need to take the first run fast and then look for the second, because they need runs at this point. Just depending on boundaries won't work. They need to take that 1s, 2s, or maybe 3s. Thus is Manchanayake, left arm spinner. Fly that delivery and goes for that cross seat, misses it, and the wicket keeper grabs it. A really good delivery. The idea was okay, going for that shot and going for that gap, but the execution was not there. There you go. Once again, down the ground. And just a single. This has been a really good partnership so far. Probably the final hope for Attire Private Limited. There you go. Into the gap. There, just the 1 run. Thus is Manchanayake. Despite the fact that he has no wickets under his belt in today's game, he has been a brilliant economical bowler. Just 90 runs, 3.4 balls. There you go. Smashes it into the extra cover fielder. He gets from 1 bounce and no run. Smashes it inside edge. There's no one. Looks for the second, and they gets 2 runs comfortably. That is the end of the 12th over and the end of Thus is Manchanayake's spell. Attire Private Limited, 74 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. It's time for a drinks break.
In the heart of Colombo, where
tea, bubble tea, gourmet burgers, and so much more. From 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day.
And we are back. 12 overs are completed. We are here with the 13 overs. 13th over. Pasidu Patum will be bowling his second over. So far so good. 3 runs off his first over and he picked up a 1 brilliant wicket. Fast bowler. Dinuka and Kavidu, what a partnership this has been. Dinuka 26 runs of 18 deliveries and Kavidu 28 runs of 38 deliveries. Right arm fast bowler. Runs in. Brilliant ball. Steps up and defenses it and gets a single. Kind of an attacking approach from the 2 batters. They are looking for a single, which is definitely a plus sign at this point. Here we go, Patum. Goes for the shot, misses it, and the wicketkeeper grabs it comfortably, a dot ball. HNB Assurance, they are executing their plan perfectly at this point. They are more focused on bowling dot balls rather than getting wickets, because they know that the amount of runs that the opposition team has to score is not a scoreable score at this point. So they are trying to exert the maximum number of pressure onto the batting lineup. There we go. There you go. Top edge. And is there a fielder? No protection. And a lucky escape for the batter. And he collects another boundary. Brilliant work at this point. Went for that cross shot. Top edge. and went to that vacant third man region. There was a short third man, but not a fielder on the line. Pasidu Patum. He has the pace. Kavidu looking for the big shot and misses it completely once again. Is he premeditating? Or else he needs to look for the ball and then decide the shot and then go for it. There are so many gaps in this ground right now. And it is Pasidu Patum bowling his 5th delivery of this over. And that will be a wide and a miss kept by the wicket keeper. It is a wide and 4 runs at this point. Not the result that HNB Assurance captain was expecting. This is not good cricket. A wide delivery and a straightforward grab, but the wicketkeeper missed it and it goes straight onto the boundary line. This is turning out to be an exciting encounter. Pasidu Patum, 2 balls left. Beautiful. Looking for that unorthodox shot, unorthodox scoop. But didn't go according to his way. Slower delivery, and it will be another wide. Second wide of this over. Pasidu Patum, I think he is panicked at this point. He needs to realize that there's a lot more runs to score. So he needs to focus and finish off his over as soon as he can. Not to give extras, not to bowl wide deliveries. Because the batter is looking for runs anyway. There you go, beautiful shot, powerful, there's field underneath it, and he misses it. He had it for a moment, but he misses it. It was not the easiest of catches. He ran it towards the ball. Here you go, the replay, a brilliant shot. But unfortunately, there was a field underneath it, runs it, gets it, but the diving made him lose the ball. A brilliant effort by Dasun. And 13 overs are done. Attire Private Limited, 86 runs for 3 wickets. Here we go. Tariq Nazir is back into the attack. Left arm spinner who started off this innings. Sweeps it. And it made contact with the wicketkeeper. There you go, trouble in the middle. The captain is complaining about it. And it is given as a wide. Beautiful shot. Drives it. Brilliant fielding by the Assis Manchanayaka. Brilliant dive. Saves 3 runs. There you go, this time hoisted above the mid-wicket fielder for a maximum. It is an absolute maximum by Kavidu. He's on the charge right now. What a shot. Look at that, flighted delivery, no spin at all, and he takes on. That is a huge 6. Tariq looking for a change this time, and that is the wicket. A must-waited wicket. He flighted the delivery, but he changed the line and length, and the batsman was expecting it to come straight into his bat, but it didn't. It was a short pitch delivery, and he misses it completely. Hence, the wicketkeeper grabs it, and he breaks the stump. That is a brilliant stumping and a brilliant wicket for HNB Assurance. There you go, the big man, Kavidu Kuluratne, the highest run scorer so far for Attire Private Limited. He departures for 39 runs of 45 deliveries. Bit of a slow innings, but still, he managed to get on with that partnership. There you go, new batter is in, Kavidu. 39 balls are left and 60 runs required. Required run rate has gone above 10. So they really need to charge on. And it is still their middle order. So they will be able to get some quick runs and settle the scores. Who knows? Kavidu Hiranta, 33 matches, 772 runs with a good strike rate of 129. An average of 25. He could be promising, especially at this stage. Flex it. Will they be able to collect 2 runs? No, just the 1 run. The loss of his partner Kavidu could be a disadvantage for Dinuka. Let's see. He cuts it into the gap and gets a comfortable single. Go Kavidu. Looks like a power hitter, powerhouse. Good batting. And that will be the end of the 14th over. Attire Private Limited, 98 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. 66 runs needed in 36 balls.
At the Mercantile Cricket.
Here we go. 66 of 36, 11 runs per over. Will they be able to get the job done? Milind Sanjay. He's bowling his 3rd over. Swings it. And there's a fielder and he completely misjudged it. Goes through his hands and that is a maximum. A narrow escape for Kavidu. But he gets that 6. A much needed 6. There you go, swing and a miss. Tried to go with the same shot once again and he missed it this time. What he needs to realize that he has that odd boundary. Now focus on singles. There you go, cuts it into the gap and he will collect a single. Good effort. I think the fielder Dulanjana is injured. There was a bad bounce and it went and struck onto his face. Is he okay? I hope so. Yeah. The signal is being made and Sanjay to the captain. He is okay. Here's the replay. Cuts it. There you go. Pulls it. Another really good single. They are batting really well. Milinda Sanjay. Cuts it. And there is protection. And just the single. Beautiful shot. Gets that single. And that will be the end of 15 overs. Attire Private Limited 108 for 4 wickets. Change of combox. Over to you, Yureshka.
In the heart of Colombo,
We are into the last 5 overs of the run chase. Attire Private Limited 108 for 4. The required run rate is 11.2 runs per over. It's another 2 runs. Every single run is shared by Attire Premier League. Beg your pardon, Attire Private Limited. Tariq Nazir so far bowled a brilliant spell. 2 for 23. Swept for a deep square leg. Another single. From the 10th over, so far they have added 60 runs to the total. Another single. 3 deliveries have been bowled. Somehow they need to find the boundary. Somehow. Doesn't matter where it comes. Attire Private Limited need to find an odd boundary here to make themselves come back. Straighter one. Try to open up and go for that fine sweep. It couldn't get the connection. Just another single. Here comes Tariq Nasir. Short, wide. Yes, it is a wide delivery. An extra run for Attire Private Limited and also an extra delivery. The skipper Kavindu Hiranta is in the middle. Dinuka is a striker. He's doing a great job for Attire Private Limited. He's on 33 off 26. And that's the maximum. Right over the side screen. Brilliant hit. And this is the boundary we were talking about. Flighted. And right in front of the batsman. It's an over-pitch delivery. It's a gift at this stage of the game. The equation is 44 of 25 deliveries, very much gettable from here. The skipper Kavindu Hiranta is playing a cameo here. 17 of 8. The batters need to be sensible here. Get the single. Keep the scoreboard moving. A single to end the over. 16 overs completed. 121 for 4. Attire Private Limited. The question 43 needed of 24 deliveries. It's very much gettable. This particular venue with the lightning fast outfield and shorter boundaries. This is the best ground to chase. This Kavindu Hiranta is on strike. Passing to Patum is a bowler. The right arm medium fast bowler. Passing to Patum. Here comes passing to Patu. And that's it. The off stump was uprooted. And that's what required from passing to Patu. Man, the boy, he delivers. A wild swing from Kavindu Hiranta. Look at that. It was there to be hit. Tried to muscle the ball. He missed it completely and bowled out for 18 of 10. A good cameo from Kavindu Hiranta, and Attire Private Limited lost their 5th. Passing Patum delivered a much needed wicket for HNB Assurance PLC. Another good delivery just back off the length, passing to Patum. Just not giving any room for the batter. It all depends on Dinuka right now. He's a sound batter for Attire Private Limited at the middle. Another dot delivery, another dot delivery. The pressure is mounting up. He needs to change the bat, Dinuka. There's a replay of the previous wicket. Look at that, right on the money. A bamboozled. The off stump was uprooted. That's the wicket of the Attire Private Limited skipper Kavindu Hiranta. Here comes passing to Patu. There's a boundary. So welcome boundary for Attire Private Limited. Look at that. Moved towards your stump. Opened up his leg side and picked the gap nicely. Wide delivery again. A very good over for Attire Private Limited with 2 deliveries to go. 6 runs. It's been scored. Just a single down to deep third man. With that single, 17 overs concluded. Attire Private Limited 129 for 5.
In the heart of Colombia.
Milind Sanjay into his last over. The wrist spinner with a strike bowler for HNB Assurance, yet to pick up a wicket here. Should I go over the extra cover? I try to pull that delivery way outside the off stump. Almost 12 runs per over, the required run rate. Straight up in the air. And that's the prize scalp for HNB Assurance. Look what it means to them. The danger man Dinuka departs for a well-made 38. He went for a sweep, got the top edge and went straight up in there. Look at that. Tried to sweep that ball from outside the off stump. The ball was spun away from the right-hander. Look at that. Look at the celebration. Look what it means to them. Dinuka Darshan departs for 38 of 30 deliveries. Well made 38. Attire Private Limited 130 for 6. Another dot. 2 dot deliveries in this over. 2 more deliveries left. This is going to be a very good over. Let's see how the next 2 deliveries come. Again, a wide delivery. 34 required of 14 deliveries. Still gettable. Look at that. Just look at the sharp spin. The head was going up. Yes, Milind Sanjay. Last ball of his spell. A very good finish, a very good over from Milind Sanjay. Just 2 runs given and got the prize wicket at the end of 18th over. Attire Private Limited 131 for 6. Here comes passing to Pathum into his last over. Wide outside the off stump. The batter moved a little bit towards the off stump. That's why it didn't give a wide by the umpire. Let's pass it to Pathum. Didn't get the connection right. 32 of 10 deliveries now. They need to make a difference in this over. They need to go after Pasitu Patu. Then went for the big shot but couldn't get the connection. Just a single. A decisive 3 deliveries is about to come. Harith need to take on Pasindu Pathum in these 3 deliveries. Otherwise, the game definitely will be slipped away from Attire Private Limited. Here comes Pasindu Pathum. Again, the pace was not given. $30 of 8. Getting tougher and tougher for Attire Private Limited. Need 2 sixes. Can they? Ishara Lakshan bowled well. Can he deliver with the bat? Can right on the money. Pasindu Pathum. That's the man. Pasindu Pathum. Delivered. Look at that. Right into the middle stump. It was crashed in. Went for that wild swing. Ishara Lakshan is 1 of 5 deliveries. Pasindu Pathum into his last delivery of his spell. Brilliant spell. Zadi Shapabasar, the new batter. From here onwards, Attire Private Limited need a miracle. Just missed. 19 done. Attire Private Limited 134 for 7. Here's a story. 30 runs required of 6 deliveries for Attire Private Limited against HNB Assurance PLC. Can they? We never know. Cricket is a funny game. Anything can happen. In this kind of situation, especially in the IPL 2023 or 2024, I don't really remember the exact year, but Rinku Singh has finished a game with 5 sixes in a row. Can the same thing happen here? I don't think so, but we'll see. 7 wickets down. All the power hitters are back in the pavilion. Can Harith Lakshan? No singles required, only sixes. Dulanjana Vijayasinghe into the attack. Brilliant catch. Look at that effort. And that's the 8th. It was a brilliant fielding from the fielder at short third man. These kind of catches are not easy to take. Look at that. And try to go over long on. Diving forward. Look at that. Brilliant technique. Harith Lakshan departs for 5. The game has now almost slipped away from Attire Private Limited. I wonder why the batter has played a defense. 30 needs of 5 deliveries. We never know what's going in his head. Just came up and played a defense. Interesting. Another single. The game is almost over from here for Attire Private Limited. Try to get the maximum runs as possible and get the net run rate up. There's 2 more deliveries left. What have you done, Dulanjana Vijayasinghe? It's too casual. Let's try to bowl the 2 deliveries. It was given. It was given by the umpire. LBW. Struck on the pad. Went across the line and tried to play that delivery towards the leg side. Look at that. It's a very close call by the umpire. Adisha Pabasara departs for naught. The last ball coming up. Dulanjana Vijayasinghe is in a hurry to finish this game off. Look at the figures. Did well with the bat. Now delivered with the ball. 3 for 27, the pick of the bowlers. And that's it. HNB Assurance PLC sealed the game by 27 runs. It's a clinical performance from HNB Assurance. They won the toss and they decided to bat first. They put 163 runs on the board. And they did well with the ball to defend that total. And here's the batting performance of Attire Private Limited. Kavindu Kularatna scored 39. 45. Dinuka Darshana, the star man with the bat, 38 of 30. Kavindu Hiranta played a good cameo, 18 of 10. And the rest of the batters has not managed to get over the single digit mark. With the help of 22 extras, they only managed to get 136 for 9 wickets at the end of their 20 overs. We're handing over the victory to HNB Assurance PLC by 27 runs. Here's the bowling performance. 5 bowlers used. Each and every bowler bowled their spell. Look at the bowlers. Pasindu Pathum and Dulanjana Vijay Singh are the pick of the bowlers. Pasindu Pathum 3 for 26 and Dulanjana Vijay Singh 3 for 27. And that helped HNB Assurance to seal the game against Attire Private Limited. What are the highlights of the inning? Started off with a 6. There's a wicket. It's a close goal. There's some looseness bowled by Dasis Manchanayak. Almost both of the left arm spinners. It's a lightning quick outfield. There's the second wicket. A very good catch. Here's the third wicket. Dulanjana Vijay Singh, the skipper. And a nice little partnership was going on. Good shots played all around the ground. River sweeps. Some improvisations are made by especially Dinuka Darshana. Some lucky runs, lucky boundaries have been scored by Attire Private Limited as well. These are the lucky boundaries scored. Got some lucky extra runs as well. Silly mistakes from wicket keeper. Again, brilliant shots made by. And here's a prize wicket. Got by Tariq Nazir. So the last big blow from Kavindu Hiranta, the skipper. And this is the prize wicket of Kavindu Hiranta. Dinuka Darshana. This is the moment that changed the game. The wicket of Dinuka Darshana. The latter part, it's all about HNB Assurance. Good bowling, good. This is a brilliant fielding, brilliant catch. And here's the last wicket. And that's all for today's game. Here comes the match summary. HNB Assurance won the toss and decided to bat first, and they put on 163 for the loss of 7 wickets. Dasu Nabewardana scored 40, supported by Suru Sampath and Pasindu Pathum with 31 at 25. Minidu Silva, Ishara Lashan and Nadisha Pabasara took 1 wicket each, and in reply Attire Private Limited fell short of 27 runs, just managed to score 136 of 9. Kavindu Kularatna and Dinuka Darshan were the star batters, 39 and 38. Pasindu Pathum and Dulanjana Vijay Singh are the pick of the bowlers, 3 wickets each. And at the end, HNB Assurance won the game comprehensively by 27 runs.